What is the nature of love?
Oh.
How does love develop between an infant and a caregiver?
Oh. This kind of episode.
This kind of love. Yep.
I hate any episode that starts off with a child already. Really, like, I hate involving children in these studies.
It's never good. When you're talking about old psychology studies, you never want to hear that it's a developmental psych study.
Yeah.
So a researcher in 1958 was interested in boiling down the infant-caregiver relationship into its components comprising of security, comfort, and food. At the time, in 1958, the most popular position held by psychologists and sociologists was that all of our basic motivations in life just derive from our primary drives, particularly hunger, thirst, elimination, pain, and sex. All other motives, including like love or affection, are secondary drives. Researcher Harry Harlow at the University of Wisconsin was interested in examining what are the precise ingredients needed for loving infant-caregiver bonds to form, and what is their relative importance to each other. Hi, we are Bad Content, and this podcast is called Psych Papers, where we discuss different psychological studies each episode, some of the more well-known studies and some of the studies that kind of flown under the radar. My name is Chris. I just defended my PhD in psychology last week. And this is my friend Joseph. And today we're going to talk about Harry Harlow's rhesus monkey study in 1958. A little intro to this guy, Harry Harlow.
Sure.
Throughout this paper, he kind of had a sense of humor, which is kind of absent in academic papers.
I was about to say, is that unusual for psychologists to be funny?
It is.
Okay.
At least in academic papers, in the published pieces. Yeah, it's weird for them to be able to like put jokes in there. In this study, they separated infant rhesus monkeys from their mothers only a couple hours after they were birthed. So they separated them and suckled them on like these little tiny like bottles that they had. And they say, apparently, the bottle-fed babies were healthier and heavier than the monkey-reared babies.
Okay.
They even state, kind of smugly, quote, "We know that we are better monkey mothers than our real monkey mothers."
What a weird flex. What a weird
It's a
fucking
weird flex. Thanks to synthetic diets, vitamins, iron extracts, penicillin, chloromycetin, 5% glucose, and constant, tender, loving care.
Okay, gotta add the TLC at the end.
It's a weird flex on monkey mothers, dude.
I don't know about you, dude, but if I wasn't a researcher, probably be a monkey mom. Not gonna lie.
Dude, I know a monkey mother can provide tender, loving care, but can it provide 5% glucose? Fuck you, monkey mother. Checkmate. So they basically raised these infant monkeys in cages, but they gave them access to these like fake mothers. And they made two versions of these fake mothers.
Oh no.
Both versions provided heat, but one version was made just out of metal wire, whereas the other was also made out of wire, but it was wrapped in terry cloth, so it was soft. And the monkeys in their cages, they always had access to both mothers at all times, but the researchers changed which mother could lactate. So they set up like a little fake bottle,
okay,
for the monkey to feed off of. And so the fake mother, the cloth mother, they made a fake mother from a block of wood covered in sponge rubber that had terry cloth wrapped around it. And the thing that radiated heat, they put a light bulb behind her that kind of gave off heat. And, quote, here's another little Harlow quip. Quote, "The result was a mother, soft, warm, and tender. A mother with infinite patience. A mother available 24 hours a day. A mother that never scolded her infant and never struck or bit her baby in anger.
Oh, okay.
It is our opinion that we engineered a very superior monkey mother. Although this position is not held universally by the monkey fathers."
Okay. Okay.
All
Harlow
right.
wrote this. He wrote this on a paper like 666.
Sick, sick.
The
Hey,
worst
bro,
part
come here.
about
Check this out. Read this.
the worst part about this is people have to come up here and look at this thing like, and then because they're probably beneath them in the hierarchy, they're just like, yeah. That's pretty.
It's good. It's good.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see?
I like it.
Did you see the thing I wrote
Yeah.
about the dad? Did you see it?
So they made this like superior mother, right? And it was better than monkey fathers could have ever done. Mind you, this is the cloth mother that they created.
Looks like a rejected
Yeah.
Pokemon. Looks like looks like the Big Daddy from BioShock, like a pre-draft version of that.
Yeah. I was thinking it looked like those things at the carnivals, the little clowns that you have to throw a baseball at and knock them down.
It looks like if I knock this thing out, I'm gonna get a stuffed monkey animal as a prize.
Exactly. Oh, stuffed monkey, dude, come on. What they found was that basically the monkeys would spend almost all of their time like clinging to the cloth mother, right?
Okay.
And they would only go to the wire mother when they needed food. And it's kind of sad.
Story of my
As they
life.
got older, they'd spend more and more time with the cloth mother, suggesting that like an attachment was forming between this like fake cloth mother and the monkey.
Now, in this experiment, this is the apparatus we use. That looks diabolical. That's just the way the baby monkey feels about it. Flashing eyes, loud sound, moving mechanical parts, all of these things are designed to frighten a monkey.
So they show this like diabolical creature to the monkey. It scares the monkey shitless. It runs away. And it always runs toward the cloth mother for that soft kind of contact comfort.
Now here we have a peaceful, resting baby monkey. Let's find out what his reactions to his mother are when we frighten him.
Even if the cloth mother has never provided the monkey food, and it's only been ever like nursed from the wire mother, it doesn't even touch the wire mother. It always goes to the cloth mother. So in this case, nursing or feeding has zero importance. In fearful situations, they only want contact comfort.
He's scared, all right. And he does what any child will do in a similar situation.
He runs away.
It's more than running away. He was running to his mother, to touch her, to drive away his fear. Contact with the mother changes his entire personality. Look, now he's actually threatening the diabolical object.
All right, so in this next part of the study, they want to see how will a baby or a baby monkey kind of explore a new room with and without this mother figure.
A 6-foot square room with a few toys and other objects. But to the monkey, it's much more menacing. We know that when our own children are taken to a strange place without their mothers, they are often overwhelmed with fear. This room is just such a new and strange environment for the baby monkeys. No mother is in there. Now, let's put a monkey into the room.
Oh, they just threw the monkey. Those fuckers. You just hear that monkey yell.
So it's in this room of a bunch of random objects.
Notice how cautiously he enters the room. He's searching for comfort, but nothing relieves his disturbance.
So the monkey's like crouching down right now and kind of holding himself. In this scenario, the monkeys would often kind of clutch themselves when there was no like mother figure around. They would kind of hold this position crouched or clutching their own bodies for like warmth and comfort. So now it's the same situation. They put the monkey in like an empty room with like a bunch of random objects, but now the wire mother that has been nursing them for their whole life is in the room with them.
Now, this one was nursed by a wire mother.
That's right, all his life.
She doesn't seem to help much.
What's with the humor here, dude? That wire mother.
And-
What a what a grifter.
What a useless bitch. So the baby monkey was just like crouching down, doing nothing, kind of clutching this like roll of paper towels, because that was the only thing providing the contact comfort.
Uh-huh.
Now, we'll try the same test with a cloth mother in the room. You see the contrast in the behavior? Despite the fact that the wire mother nursed him, she could offer this infant nothing in the way of affection or security. But here the monkey, by rubbing against the cloth mother, as if he were seeking as much contact comfort as he could get, builds up his reservoir of affection and security.
So the cloth mother was in the room with the monkey this time, and the monkey just immediately ran to the cloth mother and just started like hugging it and clutching it, climbed up on it. And now that the kind of monkey has, as the researcher is describing, has filled up its like love reservoir, then it becomes comfortable enough to explore out on its own. This is that idea that caregivers can kind of provide like a secure base for which infants or children can explore from, but always know that they have that security, that secure platform of a parent or a caregiver to come back to.
His body relaxes as the fear disappears. But above and beyond this, new positive response patterns appear. He now goes out to explore and investigate this new, strange world. He is now a normal, happy, curious baby.
Happy is one interpretation, I suppose.
So apparently, it's another sad part of the one we just saw where the baby monkey was in the room with like a lot of objects. When the cloth mother wasn't in the room, the monkey would like frantically run around and screaming and crying, or they would run back to the same spot in the room that the cloth mother used to be, and it would just like lie down there.
Oh man. Jeez.
All right, you want to hear some variations on the study?
Yeah, this episode's not done. We're still going.
We've already had a couple, but
you still got something on the script, Chris?
Bro, I got like 3 more tiers in the chamber,
Oh,
okay? One variation, they had a variation of the study where they only gave access to one of the mothers. So they were raised in a cage with only one mother, either a wire mother or a cloth mother.
man.
And both of them were able to like feed the baby and provide heat. And they found that so half the monkeys were raised with a wire mother, half the monkeys were raised with a cloth mother. Both groups of monkeys ingested similar amounts and weighed about the same. However, the difference between them was that the monkeys with the wire mothers had much like softer stools, suggesting some type of like psychosomatic involvement, meaning that they were likely very stressed, which caused physiological problems in their digestion. So this meant that the wire mother was biologically adequate, but psychologically lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Oy. All right. So this is this is the saddest part. All right. Okay. So they had so there's this thing called the Butler Box.
I don't like that you're struggling. I don't like that you're struggling to say whatever you want to say next.
So there's this thing called a Butler Box.
Oh, I don't
and
like this Butler Box. I don't even know what it is. I don't like it.
What it is that it's a dimly lit box with walls on all sides, right? So it's just a box and it's, walls on all sides. So there's no like windows or anything. You can't see anything.
Okay.
Except inside there's a lever that the monkeys can pull, and when they pull it, it would slide open, like a little window would open up temporarily. And the guy who invented the box kind of demonstrated that monkeys will repeatedly pull this lever hour after hour just to get a look outside the box, which is sad on its own.
We're looking at a monkey in the Butler Box pulling the lever.
So this is what the monkey sees after it pulls the lever. It opens up this little window, and you can see a little image of the cloth mother right outside of it.
Oh.
So this is what we're seeing, and this is just such a sad image. So they pull the lever and they get to look at either the cloth mother, wire mother, or nothing. And they found that when they got to look at the cloth mother, they pulled the lever significantly more frequently just to get a look at this fake cloth mother. There were no differences in how much they pulled the lever between the wire mother and when there was just nothing there. Which is just sad that they would go through this just to get a look at this fake cloth mother. They would like pull it all the time just to see him. Breaks my heart. Anyways, I got a question, Joseph.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's your question?
And I want a genuine response, okay?
All right,
I don't
right.
want you to like pull in shit. Why do you think they conducted this study on baby monkeys and not baby humans?
Maybe because monkeys have, compared to babies, can like have more like fiercer emotional reactions because they're a little bit more agile than human babies might be.
You are partially correct, where
Okay.
they picked monkeys over human babies solely for practical reasons. Because human babies really can't move around until around like 9 months old, when they can just start to crawl.
We did it.
That's it. I quote, unfortunately, the human neonate, which is I think 4 weeks or younger, unfortunately, the human neonate is a limited experimental subject for such researches because of his inadequate motor capabilities. By the time the human infant's motor responses can be precisely measured, the antecedent determining conditions cannot be defined, having been lost in a jumble and jungle of confounded variables.
AKA,
in other words,
too slow.
Too slow. In other words,
slow,
by
bro.
the time babies can move, there's already been too many influences on the baby, making them bad research subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of ethics, just because babies can't move for shit. So it seems obvious, right, to us that babies need more than just food and protection.
Sure.
Like, of course, we say that now and we're like, yeah, duh. Like, but at the time, people thought a loving bond was developed if you merely fed the infant and kept them alive. But here we see that contact comfort is like an overwhelmingly important factor in the development of affectional responses.
Sure.
Whereas being fed is kind of negligible importance. Yes, they need food to survive, obviously, but it's not nearly as important in the development of like a loving bond.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting to draw a parallel to kind of humans. The importance of contact comfort suggests that the primary function of nursing or breastfeeding is to ensure frequent and intimate body contact of the infant with the mother. So you always hear about how like skin-to-skin contact is important. And this kind of contributes to why you see infants protecting their like baby blankets or in soft stuffed animals, which provide them comfort.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now toward the end of the article, let me just hit you with a Harry Harlow quote.
Thank God we're at the end. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Quote: a charming lady once heard me describe these experiments.
Oh, Harry! Ooh, Harry!
Immediately when you start off, a charming lady once heard me describe.
Harry's out there. Harry's here heading up the 50s clubs and being like, I test on monkeys. They call me the wild.
Right.
In the lab, they call me Wild Daddy. All right, I got charming lady. This charming lady.
A charming lady once heard me describe these experiments, and when I subsequently talked to her, her face brightened with sudden insight. Quote, now I know what's wrong with me, she said. I'm just a wire mother.
What? Is this an HH quip or what? What the fuck?
Perhaps, and I continue the quote, perhaps she was lucky. She might have been a wire wife.
and then Harry dropped the mic. Harry dropped the mic from there.
Now, I like to think Harry as being like kind of insecure about his humor, and he's like showing it to all of his like lab mates, being like, "Is this funny?
This is funny.
Do you guys think this is funny?
This is hilarious.
This is funny, right?
You. I joke all the time. They say I'm hilarious.
If I'm not funny, then I'm nothing, and nobody will love me."
Me.
So in the very last paragraph, there was kind of a nice little spin on it. In the last paragraph, he goes on to briefly just he goes on to briefly discuss how the current socioeconomic demands of the present and future had led American women to displace many men in science and industry.
Okay.
Right. Kind of eyebrow raise, right?
I don't know. Was Harry Harlow a red pillar? Let's find out.
So it seems like at the time in 1958 that there was an argument that women needed to be the caregivers because of nursing, because of breastfeeding. But the idea that he was proposing was that this study actually shows that men have everything that they need, aka a warm body, to care for a child. So that a bottle and just kind of holding the baby kind of close to you, skin to skin contact, that's like all the baby needs. The baby doesn't need the nourishment or the food specifically from the mother for that bond to form.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was kind of an argument to be like, hey, men can be parents too. It's okay.
Okay. I might be a piece of shit, but I do have values. I may mistreat monkeys, but I do believe men and women have equal rights. Don't you believe me? Your wire daddy?
This is the part of the episode where we talk about the follow-up research about this episode. And so this episode's theme was kind of monkeys and rhesus monkeys and their attachments to their mothers. Do they need kind of that cloth, kind of soft attachment, or do they just need food and nourishment from their mothers? And we found that monkeys kind of need that soft, close contact comfort from their mothers or caregivers. So I know you've probably been thinking, man, I wish when they did their research, they would research like more serious topics and actually, kind of have a little bit of a backbone to this. Okay. That's why I surveyed 300 people to figure out which one of these monkeys does hard drugs.
We always frame it like we know the research, but it's really Chris doing it. So I'm wondering this for the first time. I usually go into this very cold. Oh my god.
So
peek behind the curtain. Chris sometimes is like, Joseph, I have no idea what to research for this episode. Can you help me out? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll just throw some ideas. And then in that text exchange, Chris is like, nope, I got one. Very confident. Like, I think I got one. I think you got a good one.
My initial thought was, I was like, ooh, we could do a survey about people's views on ethics of using animals in research. And then I was like, nah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this instead.
Those damn bad content boys are at it again.
All right, so what we have here are the 5 most common species of monkeys.
Oh my god.
So we have the baboon, the howler monkey, the rhesus macaque monkey, the spider monkey, and the capuchin monkey. And I paid 300 people to take a survey where I wanted to figure out which of these monkeys does hard drugs. So I gave respondents these 5 photos and asked them to indicate each monkey's likelihood that they do hard drugs, among other questions that we'll get to. Okay, Joseph, which of these monkeys does hard drugs?
The howler monkey looks the most used the most drug friendly one to me. I think the howler monkey needs to chill, and I think that to chill out, I think they're more likely to be on some sort of meth, be on meth or do some heroin.
Okay.
So,
okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Joseph thinks that people do meth to chill out. Okay. Cool. All right. So turns out respondents believe the rhesus macaque is the most likely to do hard drugs.
Interesting. And of course, we
Second, we have the baboon.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I have all the data that I can present.
Okay.
So first is the rhesus macaque monkey. Second is the baboon. Third, we have howler. Fourth, we have the spider monkey, and fifth, we have the capuchin monkey.
Okay. I I have a feeling the Capuchin is fifth mostly because it's probably the most accessible in terms of the plush and the thing we're mostly more familiar with because it's the
Quite
most
accessible plush.
yeah, the most merchandisable, if that's a word, monkey out of all
Yeah.
these monkeys.
For
I would
sure.
say.
And now that you look at the rhesus macaque, my thoughts were like, okay, this guy does kind of look like he probably drives like a very old, like a 95 like pickup truck with some like the tail lights out. And he probably like yells at his wife, and he's going through a lot of stuff.
If he could wear clothes, he would be wearing a white tank top for sure.
Oh yeah,
sure.
with stains.
Yeah,
Kind
what are you
of
looking? This is what you guys looking
jeans, jeans with a belt, yet they're
Yeah.
still sagging.
at. Yeah. Yeah, cool. That's the study.
That's the study.
That's
the study.
That's where my money went in this episode.
Yes, our hard-earned money went to answering that question. No, now we have, which of these monkeys is a flat earther?
What? Oh my God, Chris! And it's the same monkeys, of course.
Same monkey. So we
Okay.
paid people to take a survey where we asked them, hey, which of these monkeys and I told them, hey, use your imagination. Think about what personalities you think each monkey would have and which monkey would most likely be a flat earther. And they answered. They told us.
Chris, I would love. Oh God, I wish you could do these studies in academia. I wish you could just flat out just look people in the face. It's like, which of these monkeys are most likely to commit first-degree murder? Which one? Just with
And
a
everyone's like,
straight
oh,
face.
baboon, totally.
Okay, flat
All right,
earther.
which of these monkeys is a flat earther, Joseph?
Okay, I'm gonna I'm shifting gears a little bit. I think the rhesus is gonna be the most fucked up monkey out of all these monkeys, so I'm gonna stick with rhesus for the flat earther
Okay,
here.
Joseph thinks the rhesus macaque is the flat earther of the group. Nope. Turns out respondents believe the howler monkey is the most likely to be a flat earther.
Okay.
With second, we got the
300 people have
spider monkey. 3, we have the baboon. 4, the capuchin, and the rhesus macaque comes in at number 5.
Wow. Okay. Hard drugs, but he believes the world is round.
Hard drugs, but he gets his news, from NPR.
When he's not,
Does a little meth and pulls up,
turns out
AM radio.
the hard drug user also seems to be the most rational out of the bunch here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I saw the picture of the howler monkey and I was like, okay, yeah, this howler monkey kind of looks like a middle-aged wino that's like usually super anxious and probably really nervous. Probably doesn't have their like kids vaccinated. It's probably like, you know what? No, we'll like do homeopathic medicine.
Yeah.
And
This person,
we'll fix it that
this
way.
monkey grew up with not a lot of agency as a baby monkey.
Oh,
And so has to find way to assert that as an adult monkey. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think one thing that we can all agree on is that the howler monkey wins the super cutest award, right?
I don't know. The capuchin is it's a very classic monkey.
Capuchin looks like an old man, dude. Okay.
This picture is out of flattery. You got a bad angle on this monkey. If the monkey
Just so
can see
we're
this
clear,
picture,
the photo selection here was very, very important, right? Of course.
It is, yes. Yeah.
I kept this as scientific as possible, okay?
And how did you do that, Chris?
Each of these photos is each monkey's photo for its Wikipedia page.
Okay.
That's it. I didn't alter it in any other way.
So whatever Wikipedia. Okay, that's the scientific method.
Whatever
folks.
the people decide. I can't infuse my own bias into it. It has to be systematic. Okay.
Okay. All right.
This is science. Okay.
Oh my God, Chris.
This is all right.
Okay. What's the? That's it.
Which of these monkeys conveniently forgets their wallet when it's time to split the bill?
Oh my God, we're going the red with research. We're in the red.
It's gonna be one of them. All right.
Okay.
Which of these monkeys conveniently forgets their wallet when it's time to split the bill?
Oh, the capuchin. As much as I love that monkey, I think that monkey's I think the Capuchin is like the person that knows that they're very attractive and knows they can get away with a lot of stuff by just being,
Oh,
being a little cutie.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
You're close. Respondents believe that the rhesus macaque monkey is
Ah.
most likely to forget their wallet when the bill comes. Capuchin came in at number 2, howler monkey at 3, baboon number 4, and spider number 5.
All right. Well, I'm seeing. Now we're painting a picture. The rhesus hard drug user.
Hard drugs, forgets their wallet.
Believes in the earth is round, but is also a
Yep.
shitty friend.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, Chris?
All right.
What scientific analysis do you have for why the
Oh,
rhesus macaque it might be the one?
I think the fur, it looks kind of scraggly compared to the others. It looks
Okay.
unkempt.
Oh, something-
The face, his eyebrows are like very straight and narrow. Like his eyes are very sunken, and you can't really see the eyes. That I feel like that kind of makes them like seem less trustworthy.
Uh-huh.
And he kind of looks like a tough guy, and not in the sense that a guy that's tough, but like I'm talking about like the caricature of a tough guy,
Okay.
which comes with a whole host of connotations.
Gotcha. All right, that's a scientific analysis by Christopher Cole, PhD.
Yes,
It's like-
PhD psychology. Don't worry, I conducted all of the proper Bonferroni post hoc statistical analyses to come to these conclusions.
Yeah. We're submitting this to your local scientific
To
journal.
Nature.
Yeah.
To Nature. It's going to Nature.
We should genuinely make an effort to submit this analysis over to them.
That would be funny.
That's a
That would be
good
funny
fit.
if we
That's a
actually
good
wrote
fit.
something up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just to get the rejection letter being like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you actually made me waste my time reviewing this. But make it all actually like legitimately like rigorous research
Yeah.
methods and statistical analyses.
Yeah.
I don't get why I got rejected, man.
Hey, man, I worked really hard on this.
Yeah, this is from my dissertation, man.
This is my life's work. All right.
To
What did we
wrap
learn?
up,
Yeah, well, what
we
did
learned
learn?
that the howler monkey is a flat earther, but they'll compliment your cooking even when it's bad, and they text back pretty quickly.
Okay.
Whereas the rhesus macaque does hard drugs and will conveniently forget their wallet when the bill comes. So the howler monkey is a conspiracy theorist, but they're very nice and polite.
They're a good friend. Yeah, they're good. Very
They're a good
complex
friend.
Complex monkey. Yeah.
The rhesus macaque is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Hard drugs,
Down bad.
forgets their wallet.
yeah. Just not
he's
a good
doing
friend.
well.
Not a good
Yeah.
friend. Rafiki? Rafiki can't trust Rafiki, apparently.
That was the data. Just to show you the methods really quick. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. Just in case you're interested, you can pause on it. Here were the questions that we asked on these scales. What is the likelihood this monkey does hard drugs? What is the likely this monkeyhood believes in conspiracy theories? What is the likelihood this monkey will compliment your cooking when it's bad? And so on. And these were the scales that they answered it on. And really quick, here's the full data if you're interested on how we compared the monkeys. We're not going to go over this all together because it's more fun to look at the relative differences. But anyways, that was the monkeying around follow-up research portion. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.